There we go. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having brilliant, fantastic days as always, from wherever you are in the world. As of the moment in the UK, it's 9:35 on Friday, the 27th of May. And today I'm going to be answering another commonly asked question from inside the Discord community group chat. So today I wanted to answer, how many Forex pairs, how many instruments should you be trading? And why specifically myself, I only focus on, a handful of pairs, 2 or 3. So this should be a short video because it should be fairly obvious, and I won't have too much to delve into in terms of content. But before I headed to bed, I thought this was a great little video to summarize the week and summarize why focusing on, a handful of pairs, if not one specifically, is often the best route to seeing the most success with inside the market. So as I've said, this video doesn't need to be long because it's pretty obvious. I've got my notepad up here, with a few of the different points that I've thought of earlier on today. And yeah, let's jump into it. So to start it off, when I first joined the market, and I know a lot of people inside my community have felt the same, is that it's often very much overwhelming, the sheer amount of instruments that you have available to trade on. Underneath these brokerages, these web traders, these different platforms, you've got 200 to 500 plus different instruments that you can trade. Ranging from cryptos through to commodities, through to indices, through to FX, you've just got a lot of them. And like strategies, you can end up strategy hopping and also instrument hopping, meaning that you can, change your strategy and your approach to the market and also the instruments that you trade every single week, because you've just got so many that you can get through. But the common trait for beginners is that they feel like the instrument, the strategy just doesn't suit them. They haven't, really thoroughly tested it, and they just want to move on to the next one to see if it's going to get them, that quick instant gratification and, profitability. And I think that's what I saw within myself, is that I was getting overwhelmed with, should I be trading GBP USD? Should I be trading GBP JPY? Should I be trading gold? Should I be trading NASDAQ? Should I be trading US 30? Oil? What should I be trading? And ultimately just jumping between loads of different strategies, loads of different styles of trading. And that doesn't help you. It only messes with your psychology. It only messes with your, your balance as well. And, unfortunately, that is just the case. You've got so many instruments you can trade. It's really difficult to choose which one you want to go for. So I think this, video is hopefully going to be as helpful as possible from my own personal experience. But what I've written here is that people feel like they need, they feel like they have the need to master everything. They feel like they need to be trading all of the different pairs. They feel like they need to be profitable on every single one of them to be a good trader. And for me, the most profitable traders that I've met has been quite the opposite. The people that are the most successful, making the most profit out of the market, doing the best, getting the biggest flips, the biggest returns, the biggest risk reward ratios are focusing on a handful of pairs, 1, 2, or 3 different pairs. And that is all they're focusing all of their effort on for 6 months at a time. And what I've written here from my notes earlier is by mastering one can actually be the most lucrative. And the reason for this, and if you do this yourself, is watching an instrument for a long extended period of time, every single day at the same time, whether it's the New York Open, the London Open, the Asian session, if you're watching it every single day, the same time, for the same amount of time, and you are placing a trade or not, doesn't matter, but you're just watching the characteristic of the instrument. You're seeing how the instrument moves. You're seeing how the instrument pushes on a New York Open session, how it pushes on a London session. What happens when the volatility and the liquidity dies? What time is the best time to be taking trades? What time is the instrument wicky? What time is it smooth? What time are the candlesticks, the most aggressive? All of these sorts of questions, all of these different characteristics you get, a knowledge for, which will therefore help you place the best trades when it comes to, performing on that instrument in the future. Now, one of the examples here is one of the members of the community called Carl. He's only an 18-year-old lad, but I've been speaking to him for the last couple of years now, every single day, pretty much, about trading, about growing, about getting better. And, I think he'll agree with me when I say this, when he watches this video, is that he has focused solely on US 30 for the last 6, 7, 8 months. Okay. And his performance and his track record has just got way, way, way better. Solely by trading the same instrument every single day. He doesn't really, focus on a specific time of the day, but just focusing on one instrument has meant that his profitability has increased and improved drastically. So yeah, when you watch this, Carl, I think you'll agree. And I hope you don't mind. I've used that as an example as well. But yeah, that's the thing for me, is that mastering one or two different instruments, three different instruments, you become instantly better, because you understand the characteristics, you understand the movement of the instrument itself, and in return that means that you're gonna have a feeling and have a gut feeling for where you think the market is going to move at any given point during the day. And then what I've also written here is that you'll also see patterns. I'm not talking about W's, M's, N's, U-shaped patterns, any of that sort of stuff, because I don't trade that, because I don't believe in that. And that can be another video, but essentially I don't believe in all of the patterns within the market in terms of, shapes and letters, simply because the fact that every single retail trader in the world has access to that sort of level of information. And if that were profitable, if that were to be true, then why aren't more people profitable within the market? So, essentially I don't believe in the system of patterns, but patterns in the notion that you will see what strategies work best with each instrument. You'll see patterns that perhaps on the New York session, trading off of price action and support and resistance and market structure might be more effective. And you might see that during London session, when maybe the market becomes a little bit more wicky, the order blocks, imbalances, a bit more smart money concepts, Wyckoff, are going to be more effective. Now, these patterns, of course, change between every single instrument, but by watching them every single day, for an extended period of time, as I've used in that example, Carl has become, very, very knowledgeable and very, very good at trading on US 30. Now, for me, I only trade 3 or 4 different pairs. I trade gold, GBP, JPY, US 30, NAS 100. The reason being is because of the liquidity, because of the volume, because of the speed of these instruments. GBP, JPY is commonly known for being one of the fastest Forex pairs. Gold, of course, is known for being, incredibly aggressive intraday trading. US 30, NAS 100, they're some of the US-based indices. And for me, that correlates very, very nicely to news. I love trading off of that and off of the fundamentals as well in that side of things. And yeah, ultimately, those are the pairs that I focused on for the last 3 years. And as a result, I've narrowed my focus into those, integrating expert advisors, integrating systems, integrating trading, patterns and strategies off of those instruments and pairs. And as a result, my profitability has gone up. When I first started out, as I mentioned, I was trading a lot of different instruments. I probably had, 50 different things inside my, MT4, MT5 dashboard, whereas now I only have those 4, and everything else I forget about. Solely focusing on those 4 different pairs and instruments, my profitability and my success rate and my win rate has improved drastically. So hopefully this little video has helped you all out. Feel free to subscribe, feel free to like, and as always, check out all of the the links down below. I've got the Discord community, the Telegram community, and the Instagram, etc., and the Facebook, that you can all join up for free. Join other community members, discuss with them, different trade opportunities every single day. Lovely place to be. The community is growing really, really strong at the moment, which is lovely to see. And yeah, hopefully this video has helped you out a little bit, from my own personal experience. I feel like, you don't need to master everything. You only need to master 1 to, 4 or 5 different pairs, and you'll see some great success if you focus on those different pairs, for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. You'll become very, very knowledgeable on them. And yeah, ultimately, that's it for the video. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video and we'll speak soon. Bye for now.